Hello and welcome to the Donna Show. This is DJ Donna, your host, and in this show, we are here to talk about the guest's journey and their contribution to music. And well, we have a big name tonight as well. His sound is versatile, and he is not afraid to experiment on the fly, refusing to be sound by the confines of one genre of music. This is the reason he was picked as the national winner of the Red Bull 3 Style Championship in the year 2011-2012, after which he went to Chicago to represent India in 2012 World Finals. Wow, that's an achievement. And he has so many other achievements under his wings. But well, for now, he is none other than DJ Skip. Welcome to the show, Skip. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. This is a show where we talk about your journey and contribution to the music industry. So, when did you decide to become a DJ?
I think it was in like when I was in school. I would, I got introduced to this software called the Automix MP3. I really don't know what the name was. It was maybe virtually something like that. And the tractor was there at that time.
Okay.
So this is the initial times when Stanton came up with the Final Scratch Pro.
Okay.
The first version of Final Scratch. And what I would do is I would try to add songs. So I would try to add layers on top of each other. And play with cue points, make a mix, record that, and then share it with people. I had a friend of mine who's now a photographer. Me and him would talk on phone and just review stuff. So me and him kind of started together mixing songs, and that's how the whole DJing kind of started.
Okay.
But we one day, there was okay. Let's not take names, but there was a guy. He got us a pair of 100S and DJM 300 at that time, and he made us pay for the rent. So me and my friend we paid for the rent of that thing, and he's like, "I will let you, work on this." And I think he had a party which he played for. So basically, he rented the things. We paid the money for the rent for the. Now when I think about it, we paid the rent for the gear, and then when the party was done, I feel then we started doing stuff on top, and that's when the whole DJing really started. Like that's when I started playing on stuff. I liked it, and then
what year was it? What year was it?
I met Himanshu in 2003. When did you meet him? When 4 or 5, right?
I met him in 5.
5. So yeah, 3 years back. Yeah.
So that was what, 2002?
Yeah.
2002.
But that's Daniels, and I did 3-4 clubs before that. So yeah.
Okay, so your DJing basically started in 2002. You're saying?
2, 3, yeah. Ending of 2002 maybe. Yeah.
Okay. And which was your first club?
The club was Ibiza, man. The name of the club was Ibiza.
In
GK2, there was a small shady place which was called Ibiza, and the console was the weirdest console I've ever seen. So think of this as the place, right? So this is the place. This is the bar, and it's a low ceiling area, right? Bar ke upar, yeah. So on top of the bar, so you cannot really. So when I cannot really see people. I can only see people who are there in the bar. So yeah. Somehow I really loved that setting because I want my music to work. I don't want to be seen as a guy dancing. I want my thing to be heard. So as an art form, DJing is something that works with your auditory, thing. So yeah, I kind of still like that setting. Like I would love to. I have this concept in mind, which if anybody wants to take it, I would love to be the guest DJ for that concept. But I want to have a concept where there is a thing in front. So there's it's like a white drop it's a front drop, not a back drop. So like a front wide drop where you can just see the silhouette of the DJ. So you don't know the DJ, but it's the music that's doing the job.
Oh,
And for
wow.
DJ to see it, you can just have a camera or something like that for DJ to see what's happening.
Okay, okay.
So for
So,
me, that would be a great
when was your first live event?
Ibiza. I played Ibiza, bro.
That was your club. That was your club. That was your club. No, no, your live event. As in, if you've done
Shadi
any.
party.
No.
Full power shadi party I've done, man. Like for like the worst thing in my life. And yeah, I don't regret it though. But live
You want
event
to
in what
talk
way? Like
about it? You want to tell us a little story about that?
story, you know,
I'm
when you
sure the
start as a
viewers, the
DJ, you're
viewers
like,
want to know. The viewers want to know a lot about your life. As in your journey and stuff. So, give us stories. Give us stories.
so when you start as a DJ, like in Delhi, uh, we would take anything that comes in, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
because it's all about the love of playing. And I got to know that I'm doing this one. So I saw the other interviews that you've done, and one thing I think everybody had in common, and I think I fall in the same category where we love doing what we do, and we wanna excel at it.
Just
Like
get better and better at.
passion never stops, and I feel that was the driving force for me. So I would be like, I would take any gig for any fee. Like I was barely making any money. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I
And
know that. I know that for sure as well.
yeah, so yeah, man, like gigs where you just go and you'll see just one pandal. You know what a pandal is, right? Like the Durga Puja kind of thing. Same kind of thing. Think of it as a shadi setting. So imagine what kind of shadis we were doing at that time, like, and we just like one setup. And at that time, so this is what my analysis is. Delhi or the north of India was very pioneer driven, and the south of India
Mhm.
was very Denon driven. Because I got to know that when I went to Chennai. So
Very what driven? South of India is what driven?
Denon driven. Like the console wise, it was like kind of divided.
Okay,
Maybe it's
okay,
because of the
okay,
distributors in that area, right?
okay.
So it's not the internet age, right? Like it's not the
Correct,
age
correct.
where we were
Yeah, yeah.
like if I want a native instruments, I can get it from anywhere.
Right,
So
right.
you would buy whatever's available, and usually what's available is what's with the dealer, and wherever the dealer is from, these were mostly national distributors. So wherever they have the most hold, they would sell the gear there. So
Right.
yeah, I was lucky enough to have a Denon and a Pioneer experience. I still feel that Pioneer was really dope at it. So yeah, in these shadis and all, we would get like a pair of CDJs, and so at that time it was like 100S and the 300, and just mix it. And most of the time it was not even the Pioneer mixer; it was Gemini 626. Wow, do you remember Gemini 626?
Of course
Like,
I
have
do
you played?
remember. Of course I
So
remember.
yeah, so it was a six to
I
six,
mean,
man.
we've started around the same time. Probably you had a little 2, 3 years experience
I had a
more than
head
me, but
start.
then
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
we started our
I was,
thing
I was,
together only.
I was more inclined towards music, and you were more inclined towards dancing. So that's a different thing. But yeah,
Well, I've always been more inclined towards dancing,
yeah.
and I mean,
So
my whole journey started from there. So
yeah,
yeah,
mine is purely music.
purely
I don't
music.
like. I would just do like this. The robot dance is the only thing that I
You
could do.
are a robot dancer anyway,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
it.
okay. Doesn't
But
matter.
I'm a good one at
So
it. Okay, I'm not a bad robot dancer. I'm a good robot dancer. In the show,
I
in the
totally
reality
agree.
show, also I did the same thing. They were like, "What can you?" During the promo shoots, they were like, "What can you do?" Akasa was like, "I can do like all these big." I'm like, "Bro, I can do this. Can you do this?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Let's do this." So if you see the promo of the remix, which is a reality show that I was part of,
Right,
and
right.
you would see like the promo is just me doing this, and Akasa is like trying to catch up with me. So
Okay,
yeah,
going back to the questions. How
yeah,
many
it's
years of
off topic a
experience
lot.
now do you have?
17, maybe 17, 18 years.
18,
Yeah.
19. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And what's
I
your
don't
favorite
count,
genre
man.
of
I think
music?
it's a journey that's never ending.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always good to know when you started, for sure. You
I'm an
still
old
don't know
school
that.
DJ.
You still have a problem with your ears.
I'm an old school DJ, I would say. Someone who's uh, I've got the old school DJ soul, I think.
Absolutely. I totally
Yeah,
agree with you.
I,
Totally
I
agree
love
with you.
I love like I can go on stage and just be like just do the gig for. I'm not a 1 hour DJ. Like that's
That I
definitely
know for sure.
yeah. I do like 3, 5, like 10. Devils, I have played 18 hours straight, man.
Yeah, I know. I know. I used to go there from
Yeah.
afternoon till about
Yeah.
night,
So
chilling.
basically, I've done afternoon. So there was this one time, and I know I didn't used to eat. I think that was the problem. So there was this one time where I started from 12 o'clock, and then I would just basically go to the next club, and the next club would be Storm at that time, and that was
Yeah.
more of a pub bar. So 12 o'clock it gets shut. But one of the in some few days where Himanshu Bhaiya will take off, I have to kind of do Devils, like basically finish Storm and go back to Devils again. So, that would be like 18 hours straight job. And basically, I remember one day I kind of like overstressed my body, and I was like, I was not really feeling well. I have finished the whole gig, and I went inside the washroom, which was on the first floor, which was on the top floor.
Oh,
I put like
Devils or Storm?
this on Devils. So I
Okay.
just do like this,
You
like
splash water on
sprinkle
your face.
water, and
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
I'm out. And I'm like, and I'm serious, man. And I woke up, I was like this, and I'm like, dude, what? And that was like first time in my life passing out. I'm like, oh,
But you were also studying at that time, right? When you
yeah,
were
hotel management. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you want to talk about that journey, like how everything. How did you manage everything?
So okay, this is how it started. This is before actually the Devils was before hotel management. Yeah, as in I was for me it was hotel management was not really doing it, man, because it was too much work. But I will give you a day in life of Mr. Rupesh Pant, because at that time I was DJ Rupesh, really famous daytime party DJ. I would make all the girls dance from all the girls' colleges. Usually, when I play, it was a no man's land. I was the only guy, and 700 girls. So I've had those days. They were nice. Not really nice when they come and ask for a song which I don't have, but otherwise it was decent.
Don't
So
have or don't like.
I don't have. I don't keep stuff that I don't have.
I think I
Devils made
remember
me
where
realize.
you broke a CD
Yeah,
in front of
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
person
yeah.
saying that I have the CD, but now I don't
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
song
yeah. That
anymore.
was. I'm contemplating whether it was Sajna Ve Sajna or BD Jalele. There was two
BD
songs.
Jalaile,
I
BD
don't know which
Jalaile,
one was it.
BD
Yeah.
Jalaile.
So it was. So BD Jalele is Omkara, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So remember we had Planet M underneath the thing.
yeah, yeah.
So whenever there's a new movie that comes in, the people will like give you the CD and they're like, okay, play this song. I
Right.
was like, yeah, okay, cool. So you do once, you do twice. This song, like, it was some event, man, and it was just they wanted to do again and again. One guy just kept coming, or people just kept coming. I was like, dude, fried. So I was like, okay, this is the CD which has the song. Now I don't have the song. So now every time I would just, but that played a very big role, man, because after that, whenever, like after that day, whenever anybody would come for that song, I would just show like CD Turkey, bro, like I cannot play this song. So that broken CD, I kept it for like quite some time till the song became
Just
old.
to let people know that I have the CD, but I don't have the song anymore.
So it's broken. And I played Bollywood till like Das Bahane. I think Das Bahane and Oh Ajnabi was like my last Bollywood songs. After that,
That
I've
was
not.
how many years ago? 10 years ago?
I don't know. Whenever Das Bahane was,
It was a bit more than that. More than 10 years. Yeah. So
yeah. But there were like 6 songs, man. Like Das Bahane, I love the song, although it's a copy, but I love Das Bahane and I love the.
but it's come back again. Do you think you're going to play Bollywood again?
No, I do
Have
very
you?
I do very different style of Bollywood now. I
Yeah,
do
I
my
know. I
own
know. You
films.
do that cinema,
I have a show
cinema.
called I have a show called Cinema,
Uh-huh.
and that is my take on Bollywood.
So,
I do this one demo.
what
So
is your
anyways,
favorite genre of music?
I'm an open format DJ. This is a question that I've been asked a lot, and my
Okay.
answer is I'm an open format DJ. I like everything. Like uh, this guy, okay.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, I have this guy. So
Take names. Take names. So,
this is
otherwise,
a movie that I've sampled from
Khara.
Garonda.
Ah, okay.
And You don't know, like there is stuff from everywhere, man. Uh, Africa Bambara.
Okay.
So Africa Bambara is like old hip-hop.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
going
at
to
the
be
same
40 years
time, I
old.
have a scratch beats. These are just the beats, so you just play these as beats. So yeah, very very conveniently, I have stuff over here. I did not plan it. I swear, it's just here. Usually, so because basically
Okay.
nowadays I'm doing a lot of sampling. So this
Mm-hmm.
area is basically the sample station. Right now, it's not plugged in,
Okay.
and
Okay.
this area is the making station. So samples goes into this or this, and this is the playing station. And then I have a all analog gear stuff, which is piche. That's like I have two monikers. One is Skipster and one is Totoroto. So Totoroto is basically all analog, all electronic stuff. Not really analog, but yeah,
Okay.
there's a
Okay.
lot.
And do you remember any memorable performance of yours so far?
So many, man. So
Talk about one
Uh,
of them. Talk
first
about
one
one of
was
them.
I would like to say like this is one of my most memorable one is when me and Donna took part in a competition. And,
Seriously?
I won that competition fair and square. I have to say that, and but she was good. It was okay, you know.
I mean, that was my first year of DJing where Himanshu Bhaiya just threw me out there, you know. He's like, just
Yeah,
go and do it.
so it was good times, and then yeah, one of the moments that I cannot forget is again Delhi Devils, where it was LSR College, which is an all girls
Yeah,
college.
yeah. Lady Shriram
Uh,
College.
LSR College's main event.
Lady
What is that
Shriram
event called?
College.
Main event is called
Lady,
what?
I have no
Farewell
idea. I
or
don't
something,
remember.
whatever.
I
Uh,
don't remember.
whatever. Like when you have that yearly event in a college, what is that called? Like
I
whatever
don't know. The
party.
annual, I think the annual
Yeah,
event.
the
Yeah,
annual
yeah,
thingy for LSR, because there
yeah.
were like some 700, 800 girls, and
Right.
Devils is not a 700 capacity thing club, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and if for people who don't know, it's like club which is in a very weird shape. So think of this jog as
It was
these.
a nice, but it was a nice club. I mean, back
Oh,
then.
I loved it, man. For me, like everything that I am, it's because of that club. I have to say that because that club gave me the console that I
That
basically,
you required. Exactly.
always
Yes,
wanted.
yes.
So
You're
that club is very like it's like this. So basically, you enter and then this is the dance floor, or
more like
this
a
is the
duple.
area, bottom area,
Like a
and this is
duple.
the dance floor, and then you go up, and this is where the DJ is. But because I came late for that event, the club was already filled. And at that time there was a guy called Jagat. He was the manager. अबे साले कहाँ पर है तू? I'm like आ रहा हूँ सीधे मैं अपनी मारुति लेके पूरा full लगा हुआ हूँ. And you know that car cannot go fast, man. Like it can go to a certain limit, right? So like I have full power. I reach. I'm like boom, and uh, I used to have like this long hair. Now they're kind of short, but that time I had really long hair. अभी बाल उड़ाता हुआ पहुंच गया वहां पर, and like, and then I see there is no way to enter the club itself because that's packed. So I am entering the club somehow, and then there is over here is like half a stair, like you're like you're going towards the staircase, and over here
Right.
is the console. So basically, I did not go like this. I from here I jumped on the console, and like basically I jumped to the console, like kind of like climbed onto the console.
More like a
Best part
monkey.
of the story is the party was happening thanks to Jagat, our manager. He kind of knew how to play the mixer. You know what he did? He At that time we had wave world wave world. What was that radio everybody used to have? So all the
I don't
high
know.
end clubs will have this uh, some world wave, some radio, online radio, which will give you all the stations, like how Apple Radio was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it's called. He, what he did was he put that radio on and it had a small speaker. And then he put mixer on and put the mic on the radio and full PM blasting that sound, man. I'm like, dude, how can you do that? And yeah, amazing times, man. So that I cannot forget. And then there are obviously the world championships and stuff like that. That we can talk in the later part. But yeah,
Yeah,
initial days, these are the adventures of Skip with the weird people around him who don't know jack shit about technology, but they taught me a lot, man. Like you can run a party with a microphone plugged onto a radio speaker.
Oh,
There was no
wow.
low end, but there was decent enough high end. So yeah,
Okay. Tell us about a few, achievements and awards that you have won so far.
oh, one that I won where Donna didn't come place, so that's one. Second is that was some college, and at that time I
SRCC
won like
College.
few
SRCC
SRCC
College.
college. So
Yeah.
do I
I
have
was
that?
not even supposed to win in that.
Yeah, it was not rigged, okay? It was fair,
No,
square.
it wasn't rigged, but I wasn't supposed to win because it was just a year into DJing. And come on, I mean, who am I competing
I
against?
have
You?
that with me actually. It's a spiral trophy. I don't know. It's somewhere there. But
It's
yeah,
okay, no
I
problem.
can
Just,
show
just
you
talk about
the.
it. Talk about it with us.
So basically, yeah, that was there, and then there were a few more colleges. After that, I went to Chennai. In Chennai, I won the Chennai War of DJs, and then I
Okay.
won the South India War of DJs. Then I won the UDC Championship, which is basically the national championship. I had a band called Blank, and then I won
Right.
the Red Bull Three Style National Finals. I won the Red Bull Three Style National Finals in the year after that.
Mm-hmm.
I won the DMC and IDA in 2013. Then I won the DMC and the IDA. Then I won the IDA again. Yeah, a lot of stuff. I won like some 10 odd awards, only battling. So these are not like uh, for career. It's for basically competitions. So where you have to prove yourself with the skills and the
With
battles.
your
Showcase
equipment,
category,
right?
basically. More showcase oriented
Right,
awards.
right, right, right. So, also we know about your World Championship as well. Why don't you talk about
Yeah, I was
that?
number three in the world. I was number three
Tell
in
us
the
about
world.
your
Where
experience. Tell us
people
about your experience. How did you get there? And
don't
and,
know
and
this actually. I don't think a lot of
sorry,
people know that I was number three in the world. So
a lot of people don't know about that as well. So talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah. So if you look at credential wise, I'm the only DJ from the country who has placed in the top three in the world because none of the DJs have really made to the top three. So to be number three in the
What's
world is a
your
different.
Red Bull? This is about Red Bull, right?
Now, this is IDA, International DJ Championship. So
IDA.
it,
Okay.
again, it's an international championship, which the
Okay.
whole world takes part in. So that
Okay.
way,
Okay.
in that category, and also I am the national winner for Red Bull Three Style, and I am the national winner for DMC as well. So there are very few DJs in the world who have all three titles under their belt as a national DJs, national winners. So they're like barely 10, I think, if I'm not wrong. So I'm one of those 10 lucky people in the world. I don't know the number, but it's like there are very few DJs in the world who have that title. And yeah, I don't really boast about it, but uh, it's cool. Yeah. I want to do more battles, but I'm more focused on making music nowadays. So
So any new project upcoming? Anything something you're working on right now?
I am. There's a new competition coming up very soon. Maybe in
Okay.
later August to September. So what comes after August?
September.
September. Yeah, September. So September there will be a competition that will be hosted by me, and
Okay.
this competition is for everyone. My main aim is to build a community. I'm more into the whole idea of building a community of like-minded people.
Right.
So so the oldies can influence the youngsters, and the youngsters can inspire oldies.
The old
So
oldies.
not we are not oldie, but this is that it's very important. So say if you're learning any craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
अगर आप कुछ भी सीख रहे हो, there is till a certain time you can learn till a certain time you can learn uh, the craft. But after that, if you want to develop the personality, or if you want to develop as an individual in that art form, you need to understand where the art form came from, and that is something I feel that a lot of young DJs do not really appreciate, and that's where being humble also comes. Because if you're not really humble about things, you don't really
Tend to mess it up a bit.
you don't mess it up, but you don't grab things. right? So, for example, say I go to a DJ who's just a mixologist, someone who mixes, right? And I know I'm pretty good at what I do. Like, I have no shame in saying that. Like, I'm dope, right? So, but that's not me being arrogant. That's just me
You
acknowledging
just
my
knowing your thing. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
It's I think it's good to be proud of what you do.
yeah.
Why not?
So, but at the same time, if I see a guy who's a mixologist and someone who's blending things, and in my head, if I just say कि यार ये तो दो गाने mix कर रहा है और वो दो गाने तो मैं भी mix कर सकता हूँ, what's so special about him, right? That question of what's so special about him or her is a big question, because that can go two ways. दो बातें हो सकती है. Right? You can either be like, what's so special about him, and fuck him, and then other will be like, what's so special about him? I want to know what is so special about this guy.
Right.
What is it that's making me having goosebumps? Why am I not getting goosebumps when he's doing that? I remember when we saw John Digweed for the first time in Elevate, and thanks to you, I've not seen Sasha in Elevate, but that's a different story. So, but then John Digweed was there. He played tracks which were like fabulous, man. Like, and his mixes were so good, and we would like. I come from thanks to guys like Sunny and Ankush and Vinod and all these Delhi DJs who were there when I was growing up. It really matters who you are hanging out with.
Hanging out
That's
with.
why this one advice that I would like to give to everybody is like, agar if you don't feel the vibe, just don't hang out with that guy, man. Otherwise, you'll end up being like him, and you'll be regretting it, because it's like you're growing, but at the same and at a certain
At the
point
same
you'll just
time, you're not really growing.
yeah, because you're satisfied, and if the other person has got that whole satisfaction factor over here, and you're like, okay, cool, this guy is my idol, and he's satisfied here, then my journey stops here. And the moment your journey of growth stops, you stop. Like, if you're a DJ, like I started off with a DJ who was earning 1,500 rupees a month, or not even that actually, but yeah, 1,500 rupees a month was like, I remember that because I bought myself a chota anda wala Motorola phone, the white color anda Motorola phone, and I bought my mom something because it is good to buy stuff for your mom. But I bought it, like I wanted to buy it also. So although I love my mom, man, my mom's been really you also like her a lot, I know. So
She's been extremely supportive of your
yeah,
work, because I know I have seen it firsthand, where you would come home at 2-3 in the night, and auntie would just get up and cook food for you at 2-3 in the night. I mean, which mother does this? Not even my mother.
every mother does it.
No, not at no. They just say, you know what, food is in the kitchen. Take it out, vomit, eat it, and go to sleep. Your mother would wake up and make parathas at night. I mean, I have not
Yeah,
seen something like that.
yeah,
So, and the parathas was so amazing. My goodness. Anyway,
yeah.
back to your story.
So yeah, so basically I'm saying that end of the day, the moral of the story is that be aware. That's the most important thing. So if you are getting a wrong vibe, and with me that was the case. I'm the kind of guy who's a hard worker. I've realized I fall in that category.
Absolutely,
कि
absolutely. I
मेरे को
agree
तुम
with that.
काम दो, मैं काम करता रहूंगा.
And
So
you always have that curiosity about your equipments
yeah.
and
So
just in general about music that I've
that
seen
that,
about
that
you.
comes from me being anxious. I have like I think I have like sort of anxiety issues. So that comes
Well,
from
I
the
mean,
whole,
if being anxious makes you this, I think everybody should have anxiety problems. I mean, if that helps you with
yeah,
growing in your career,
so
I would
it's
say
a way of
anxiety is a good thing.
I think it's a way of tackling it. So what I do is, like, for example, when my first breakup happened, which you are really happy about, uh, I was like, I focused that energy on like, I was not really sad. I was sad for like just a bit, and like for that night rather. And then after that, I was like, let me
You
just
just you got
focus on
immersed in
work.
your music
And
completely.
after that, I want Chennai Border DJs. I want the South India Border DJs. I want like all winning, man. Uske pehle, like it was nothing. I'm like, bro,
Really, you were just like,
there was something
हो रहा है,
wrong in
चल रहा
that.
है, चलते हैं.
So yeah, as in it's how you take your journey. You can either be a guy saying, "Bro, I cannot do this," boom, down, or you can say, "Ki, why is it not happening?"
Let's just give it a
I'm
try
the
and see how it goes.
I'm the kind of guy who says, "Ki, why is it not happening? Let me work hard." So, for example, that works in Ankush Senior. Ankush is you also know him. Ankush Senior is a guy from Delhi. He is a sweet guy, and he gave me an advice which I would like. I would take you to the grave. Say that you. He's like, जब भी कोई मौका मिले, पर छोड़ियो
Hmm.
मत. Just play.
Of course, absolutely. I think
That
that should be the case for everybody, because
that's like that.
opportunity comes in many ways.
Yeah. So, and for me, it kind of became like where now all the DJs are like kind of scared me having me around because they're like, yeah, because I fall in that whole sort of senior category. So they're like, they cannot really say no. And I'm like a chuppy kid. I'm like, yo, man, like you've got this shit. Let me just do some stuff
Yeah,
and all.
but your aura also sometimes, makes it a little difficult because you're like a
Too
know-it-all.
overpowering.
The problem
Uh,
is you're like a know-it-all who knows everything about everything,
sort
and
of.
then
But
when
yeah,
you have people around you, we're like, should we? Should we not? Let's just ask.
yeah. I don't
That's
know. So
the
that's
problem with
the
me
I
as
think
well,
that's the
I mean. So, tell us about an incident, during your live show. Something funny, if you have. Why am I asking if you have? You have plenty, I'm sure.
funny
And
thing.
please keep me out of it.
Funny, I showed you. Like I told you that jumping on the console,
Right, right.
seeing the manager
Okay.
playing the speaker as in radio as the speaker. There are a lot of funny incidents like that.
Right.
That CD breaking. My life is a fun life, man. Like everybody asks, like I
Okay.
would say this to anyone. Like, if like someone asks me, like there are a lot of people who have asked me this thing actually, and they're like, so what's your like, what's the thing? Like, what's your life? And I always say that if like say I die tomorrow, I have lived the life like the fullest. I have loved my life. Like whatever I wanted to achieve, I've already achieved, man. Like what I'm living right now is the icing on the cake. The cake has already been eaten. So, so like I'm enjoying the icing right now. And the best part is, and this cake is just getting bigger and bigger right now.
Right.
Like, cause you're always a guy who's learning. Like for example, now you and me, we both are like trying our hands on drawing. So
Drawing, right.
that's a new that's a new avenue. That's a new cake, man, that has emerged out of nowhere.
Right.
So that's how like my life is full of very nice cakes, and I'm happy to not have
I
that
know
many.
you're a very creative person. That is something I do know about you.
Hmm.
Well,
I don't know,
do
how do
you
you
do you?
define creative person? Like I don't know if I'm a creative person.
Of course, I mean
Maybe I'm a guy who's just
creativity.
following instructions the right way.
No, I mean, of course, you are following instructions the right way, but being creative, as in, when you like making music, it's creativity. You're creating something, you know?
Okay, I have a different theory around this. So my first
Okay.
album, if people who have not heard it, please hear it. It's called Bass and Things. It's in 2016. It was released, and it's on Spotify wherever. This is the name. Skipster is the name, artist name now. So the first album was finished in 2 month. No, 1 month. The whole process was 2 months. And I believe that, and this is we spoke to a few people, and this kind of like the conclusion. I believe that when you're making music, you're not really creating. So something great comes when you send good vibes to the universe, and then that translates into music. So it's not you who's creating; it's the it's the right thing at the right
You're
time.
getting into spirituality right now.
But that is what it is, because you will see there are a lot of people who make hits like which are crazy, but they cannot remake it. So
Correct,
I
correct.
don't think I'm the creator. I'm just a doer. So yeah, but
Okay.
that's how I feel.
Okay.
That's just me
Tell us,
thinking. Yeah,
tell us something. How did you get your name? So you were Rupesh Pant initially,
it
like DJ
is.
Rupesh.
Yeah, so
Tell us your
basically,
DJ names that you have been changing over the years.
I've got only one name, but there was a
So
time when I was called
you've got
Trish.
one name now, which is called Skipster. Before this, it was Skip. उसके पहले क्या था?
उसके पहले रुपेश था. बीच में बीच में रुपेश का ट्रेश बना, TRESH, which was not good. उससे रुपेश से पहले I was called DJ Zombie. So it was really sad. Yeah, I was young.
So people, whoever thinks changing logos, changing names in DJing might hamper your career, learn from this guy. It doesn't hamper your career. Just keep changing if you want to.
But be who you are. Represent yourself the
Yeah, I
right
mean,
way.
represent a name that would probably, have a name that would probably represent
So name
your.
doesn't matter, because name people can get used to. Skip came from a friend of mine, which you didn't like. She would always say that. So I would talk. If you are talking, I'll just zone out, and boom, whatever you're saying is just bouncing, and then whatever I want to hear, I hear that. So that's like how my brain functions. Okay,
Yes,
it's
you
like,
have done that with me many a times, which is why
yeah.
we fight all the time. So it's
So
okay.
so it's like, you I'm just listening to whatever, like how I ignored the fight thingy. So I would just bounce things, right? And she would call me cerebral skip, and then that cerebral skip became
Skip.
Skippy for all our friends. And then I felt it's a good name, so yeah, that's how Skip came in, and it kind of suits me. But a lot of people think that, skipping is like, a lot of people call
Scratching
scratching
it.
skipping. It's like, yo, you're skipping, man. Man, this is not skipping, bro.
So
This is skipping
tell
is
me
different.
something. Tell me something. Your scratching days, when did you start using the
Devils only.
turntable?
Devils only.
Devils, and how did you? I mean, who taught you about the turntable?
Nobody. Nobody. Kiran Bhaiya was there. GRV was there. Vikrant taught me how to do a baby scratch, if I'm not wrong. But he taught me, like, I for sure know that he taught me basics of how to use the turntable. That
Right.
I have a recollection, because he came to Devils for a gig, and I happened to be there on the resident DJ duties for that day.
Okay.
And he was using turntables that day, and that's how I kind of got into it. Maybe I really
Vikrant, as
don't
in you
remember
mean DJ Audiogram?
Vikrant, yeah, Audiogram, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So this is Roadies days, when he was into Roadies and he came to Delhi back and all that stuff.
Okay. Okay.
It
Okay.
feels like long time back, man. There was this organizer, Sam. I don't know if you know Sam. He would like put. So I am apparently playing in Lizard also, Devils also. I'm like, bro, what the? Because I kind of, Devils would promote like my name everywhere on the that area where the cars were parked. So somehow I got that name, and there would be like Rupesh and this and Rupesh and that also. And he's like, yo, bro, come now. So I'm playing in Devils already. He will have some kind of
Oh yeah, you did the juggling between two clubs.
yeah. So I'm
When
doing like,
I was still there, I was there that
yeah.
time when you did the
So I'm
juggling.
like
You were like,
here, and I'm like, a night is like a day jam is going on here. He comes like, चलना 1 घंटे के लिए आजा ना वहाँ पर. मैंने कहा, ठीक है, चलो क्या है? I thought he's going to like show me the place. I go there, see the flyer, मेरा नाम लिखा हुआ है यार. I'm like, what? And then he's like, थोड़ा play कर लेना bro, चलता है ना, चल करना करो.
so
And
who
I'm
was
like, yeah.
taking care of that
I
Devils
always
that
want to
time?
play.
Ashu?
Some assistant DJ at that time. I forgot who. Issue would not.
Issue,
Issue
yeah,
came
yeah,
later.
yeah.
Issue
Okay,
came
okay.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, moving back to the questions again. Any
Oh,
incident that
that's
changed your life?
incident changed my life. Professionally, 100% the three style, winning the championships, three style,
Right.
and going to
How
Chicago.
many times have you won that, basically?
How many times have I won competitions?
No, three style.
Twice, only twice.
I
As in
remember you were
clear
told.
clear
I mean,
four
I
rounds.
remember you told me about this, where you were told that why are you in the competition again?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
get that a lot.
leave some chance for the others to win instead of you continuously winning this.
So the problem is that you cannot enter the nationals without enter the internationals unless you defeat the nationals. And I still want to
Your
do the nationals.
first freestyle was you did not come first in your
12.
first.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, your
12 was won
first
by
one.
DP.
Okay.
DP
And
won
I remember you
the.
telling me, Donna, no matter what happens next year, I'm winning it. I
Yeah.
remember you telling me this, and you made that happen. So I was
So
like,
I have this
wow.
thing here. If I you have to be self-analytic. You should know who you are, your strength, very very important, and you should be criticizing yourself as well. I knew I have it in me. Yeah. I knew I'm
Right,
gonna do it. So yeah, very simple.
right, right. Okay. So,
So yeah,
any
incident
fan
that changed my
related?
life. Incident that changed my life would be Red Bull 3 Style when I went to Chicago. And there's another one, which is the reality show I did, the remix. So
Remix.
these two I would rate as the top pinnacle. Because
Tell me
actually one,
something.
but yeah,
Yeah, tell me something. Talk about your Chicago experience with us.
it was great, man. Like the moment you enter, you see there are like 18, 20, whatever countries are participating. You see DJs from all over, right? And everyone's with someone. Like
Right.
everyone's got some.
Right.
I was the only guy that I came, traveled alone. I was there, blah blah blah, whatever. And um, there, all of a sudden, in every championship there are two groups. One is people who have come to party. One is people who have come to learn. Very simple. Like
Right.
it's, and you can easily see that, right? And one
Differentiate.
are the like the snobby guys who don't talk to anyone, who like, I'm the boss, bro, and they will just, and these are the guys who are just sneaking in. Ki ye kya kar raha ho? So that's the thing. And I was the guy who came for learning. I would just, I lost my, so my, I was the guy who started the show in 2012. 12, yeah. So it's like a 1 week competition. Every day, four countries battle. So I was with India, Brazil, Spain, and uh, South Africa or something like that. So I got beaten by the Spain guy, the Beam, brilliant guy, like बहुत सही था. But I got appreciated by the judges, and they were like, "Yo, don't think that it's over yet because there's a wild card." So there was always a chance for the wild card, which was announced on Friday. So my night was
Right.
Tuesday, right? And this is Cosmo Baker, another very good DJ. Yeah, Scratch Bastard was there, Jazzy Jeff was there. Dude, Jazzy Jeff is such a cool guy, man. Like he hung around with us, and he's like, yo, he's too good. And Z Trip, one of my favorite DJs of all time. So that's what I'm saying now. This is the whole cake that I've already I've enjoyed everything.
You've already
So
eaten the cake. You're just
yeah,
enjoying
so
the
I would
icing, right?
yeah. So I would. Uh, Cosmo told me that, bro, there's a wild card chance. Just don't lose hope. And I didn't. I didn't lose hope as such. The day before the competition, I was really scared. I was like, bro, this is like a, because when you're going and all, you're all chill. But like the day, so before the day, so we landed in on Sunday morning or Monday morning, and we're just chilling. Like all the they're giving us gifts, and every day there was a gift given to us. So they were giving
Right.
us gifts, and I'm chilling and all. Dude, man, to मतलब क्या क्या किया है? It's a different. It's a different story. So I would, and there was a ferry ride. So Chicago में क्या है कि it's a river flowing. So they would take like the ship, which would just go, and we're just chilling in that ship. And I was like, Cosmo was speaking to me, and we're like, yo, you're from India, blah 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 blah. I was like, yeah, man, but I don't know, man, if I'm the right guy for this competition. I had that doubt, like, do I really deserve to be here? And then
Right.
he's like, look, you have to understand that out of whatever billion people you have in the country, you are the only one chosen. So
Chosen. Correct.
you are there. You are supposed to be here. You are the one for this. Just believe in yourself and do yourself. Like, yeah, as in cool. So that kind of, you know, those words really like meant a lot for me. I'm not the kind of guy who gets affected by words, man. But that really struck me. Like, man, I'm not that emotional senti guy. Ki jisko like baate do, or then he'll become like star. But sometimes you really need them. And
Of
I
course, you need
analyze it.
their
I'm like,
motivation all the time. Yeah.
yeah. So after that, I was like, cool. And the weirdest part, man, Red Bull 3 Style is a world championship, right? So सारे DJs खतरनाक सामान use कर रहे हैं. I approached Rain at that time. मेरे को कहीं से support नहीं मिला. Like I didn't get supported from anyone. So I was like kind of the underdog there. The same thing happened in IDA also. I was the underdog because I was not really supported by anyone. But thankfully, by that time, uh, like we did a Kickstarter, man. Before anybody did a Kickstarter in the country, I did a Kickstarter so the DJ community helped me to reach Poland, man.
Really?
I
How?
So I did a Kickstarter where it's because of the agency that I was with, Unmute. Dave's idea, brilliant guy. That way, like he's Chana, man. Like, he's too good. He knows his shit. So he's like, why don't we do a Kickstarter? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I did a very bad, like, I did a video, but it was really bad. Like, now I look at it, I was really bad. But at that time, it was good for me, whatever. And he's like, let's ask the community to help you. We are not getting any sponsors, and idea is like you go on your with you have to like kind of have a lakh or something
Pay
like
your
that.
own expenses and everything.
Yeah, and I'm now I earn, but at that time I'm not earning that much. Yeah. So
And anyway, all your earnings go on your equipments.
yeah,
That I know. That I know very well.
I think it's free. so yeah, and we just said like, okay, DJ Skip needs your help. Please get him to IDA for World Championships. Submerged did. Tuhin straight up 10,000 rupees. Arjun Wagle, if I'm not wrong, Arjun gave 10,000 rupees. Sam, a friend of mine, gave 10, 15, whatever. And then they were like 1,200, 1,500, okay. I made like some 40K or something like that. It's not 1 lakh, but still, man, like, come on, like, it's so good. So whatever I am, it's because of the people that are there in the industry, man. So I love the fact that it worked, man. Great idea, right? And it's support, man, like, it's too good. So
well,
yeah.
I think you deserve it. So why not?
No, man, like, it's for a guy who's, yeah, you need to. And then after that, I won the number 3 place in the world. It was like, I thought it was like all these guys, their energy is like, karega apna banda jaake kuch. So also I was the underdog there. I was not. I was kind of like, kya kar lega ye? That, and my set came as a shock. So yeah, that was a good. It was a good, inspiring moment for me. Yeah.
Okay. Any personal experience you want to share with us regarding your whole journey and,
I don't know, man. I've gone through. Okay, so a lot of people think that my life has been a struggle, but I think it's not been a struggle at all, because while I was struggling, I was enjoying the whole thing. So for me, it was no struggle. Let me just tell you. I think we stopped that in between. So ye pura karte hai, ye bahut अच्छा hai.
okay.
So this is how my day would start. I wake up at Himanshu Vyas' place, which is Rohini, right? And this is before Devils. I have 20 rupees in my pocket, which is mostly given by him or whatever, like kuch na kuch jugaad karke. And I take Mudrika, which is the bus that goes around the whole Delhi. So, and that bus will take me from Rohini to Lajpat Nagar, where my hotel management institute is, right? So I would take that, go to Lajpat Nagar, do my hotel management. 6 o'clock, that gets over. So 6 o'clock in the morning, I wake up at Himanshu Vyas' place. 8 o'clock, I have to reach Lajpat Nagar. So 6 o'clock, whatever, that Mudrika comes in, wear all my kapde, steward dress and pants, shirt, and blah blah blah. Do all the stuff there. Glass giro teachers ke upar bahut gira hai. Like, there was this one teacher is like, you can hold it, man. You can hold it. Sir, I cannot hold it. Like, no, 4 glass और डाल. On the principal, सीधा. And he's like, and that guy, the principal is, Chamoli, मैंने तुमको बोला था इसको मत देना. Like, sir, sorry. अच्छा तेरी duty front से खत्म, you go to the back. So and then there is this. So there are 2 stages of a steward. One is from chef to the dummy steward, which is the dummy steward is another table that we have. Okay, और उस table से आप खाना लेते हो, guest के पास जाता है. So all hotel management institutes will have a dummy restaurant.
Okay.
So a dummy steward is where you have the table, and this table se tum khana utate ho, and then you. So I was that guy, the guy who picks up the khana from the dummy table and then serves. He's like, bhai, ye iske layak nahi, isko piche dalo. So I'm the guy who I became the guy who goes from the chef to the dummy table. So I'm basically not seen in this picture altogether. Mera kaam is khana lana aur rakhna. And in between, I'll eat some fries and all. And sir, khao aap mast hai. So that's how I would do it. And then by 6 o'clock, like this thing gets over, I take the Mudrika back again, 10 rupees ticket at that time, and go to the club. Rohini had a club called Number 1 by Taj. And I would play there. And then by 12 o'clock, things get over. And by 12 o'clock, I have no bus that can take me to my home. So I would go back to Himanshu Vyas' place. So that happened for say 5 months or 3 months, or 3 or 5 months, and I would only go home on Tuesdays because Tuesdays the clubs are ending. I got thrown out of the club because I was wearing slippers. This is the club that I was working with. So yeah, I've had experiences like that, and they were like, "Yo, you're not allowed. Just go get proper, shoes and get." Sir, I cannot. I don't have shoes. He's like, "No, get the shoes and come." I go to Himanshu Bih's place. Auntie, please go. जूते दो ना यार वो entry नहीं करे. So I go and take Himanshu Bih's shoes, and yeah, something like that happened. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
it sounds like a struggle, but at the same time,
But you were
the
enjoying the whole struggling period
yeah.
as well. I mean, for you, it was more or less like learning, you know?
Yeah, and there are times where in the bus you will say staff hai bhai, and there was no staff. There was no. I was not from any college, but I got to know कि अगर तुम बोलो staff है, so the bus conductor will not ask you for a ticket. So I would just always play that staff hai, and they were like, हाँ ठीक है, and they were like, whoa man, this works. So when it works, I would save that 10 rupees, and I will always have a 100 rupee like backup, which I would never spend, right?
Right.
So that's like given to me by my dad. He's like, "ये खर्च नहीं करना." So I'm like, "What? Why are you giving it to me?" And he's like, "ये तेरे को रख रहा है just in case कुछ होता है तो take this."
Then you
And
have,
then when I got the car, and when I got the car, then it was like 100 rupees for the petrol, but you have this 100 rupees spare. That's it. Because whatever I would earn, I would just give to my dad. I was not keeping whatever I was earning to myself.
okay.
So yeah, that's why I didn't have any money throughout. But we had a good time, man. Come on, I was always like you've seen me. Like I never had problems with money
Yeah, I'd
because
never seen you with any
creeping
kind of
about.
trouble. I mean, you were like, it's okay, it's all good, it's all good. So I was like,
Yeah.
wow. So
So
there are a
it's
lot
good.
of things that I've also learned from you when I went to Delhi, you know. I mean, so
Yeah,
yeah.
it's all good
Anyway,
fun. I've seen you like
yeah.
I tried to teach you and you were sleeping. I still have the video somewhere where like I am playing full blast house music and Donna is like sleeping on my table, man. So like
That is because I was tired and you just wouldn't let me sleep. So I'm like, fine, you play your music and I'm listening to you. But in
there
the
are
meantime,
times
I
where
just
I've
passed
slept
out.
in clubs also. Like there are
Oh yeah,
times
yeah. No, I don't think I've ever slept in a club in my life.
I have slept in a club. The DJ is too boring. I've slept like because we were, you have to understand we were tired, because we were
Yeah,
doing a
yeah.
lot. And
Correct,
I remember
correct.
the 100 rupee entry deke you go to Karma's party and Grenville's party and all. Too good, man. Like that time was the best, man.
I
John and
kind
all
of
these
missed that
people.
kind of time as well. Yeah, correct,
Yeah.
correct. Okay, Skip, we have rapid fire questions for you. One word
Yay!
answers.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Great.
Uh, okay.
DJ. Okay, cool.
Okay. Three things no one knows about you.
3 things nobody knows about me. I can cook decent, not that bad. Uh, I love Calcutta. Like nobody knows this,
Oh, this-
and the people. And third is nobody knows. Hmm.
Do you know?
Yeah, as in I'm an anime. I love anime. If that,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
people. If
What is the most
they're-
useless talent you have?
huh? What's the
What is the most useless talent you have?
useless? This, bro. What are you saying? This is the best.
Robot dance.
I'm the worst robot dancer. Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Have you ever drunk dial a person till date?
Drunk dial.
Uh-huh.
I think I've drunk posted on social media. That I've done. Ranted
Okay. What is
about
the
some
easiest way to piss you off?
bad DJing. Bad DJing and boasting about it.
Have you ever gotten pissed off with me back in the days?
Every day, like whenever I meet you, as in DJing. Dola, I want to put this out as in for everyone.
Uh,
I felt, and I still feel that you are one of the one DJ who's got the most, like you can be one of the best DJs we have. Like guarantee, like hands down, and you have the potential to be the best in the business because I see the drive in you, but at the same time, the reason why I say that you're not working towards it is because you have other responsibilities. Yeah? You are a very responsible person. So
Thank you.
that is there, man. That you cannot take away from. That I cannot take away from you because you are a responsible person, and you take. The best part about you is that if you cannot do shit, you'll say that you cannot do shit. You're not. You don't. Most of the
I
time
have
you're
beat
not.
around the bush.
But yeah, definitely one of the best we have.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Better though.
One. Tell me one weird song suggestion that you ever received.
Weird is the
Sajna Ve
Baby
Sajna?
J. Sajna Ve Sajna. Yeah, Sajna Ve Sajna. I like that song though, but it's just that the wrong place, the wrong time.
Right, right. Okay. Last rapid fire question. Who's your favorite Indian and international DJ?
Oh yeah. So my international DJ would be James Zabila. He's the guy that I have like followed from the beginning of my career.
Mhm.
Uh, and my style is very like it's yeah. That's it's like I am an accumulation of talent that I've acquired from a lot of DJs. So
Right.
James Avila number one, and second Sasha. Sasha is the guy. He's a he's one of the sickest DJs ever. He's a
The guy
DJ's DJ
who you could not see because of.
because of you. But yeah, it's okay. Then I played with him. Yeah, so it's
I
all good.
know. I mean, we were there in Goa when you when that
Oh, yeah,
happened.
yeah.
When you
Yeah.
finally
So yeah,
and
and
Indian DJ.
Indian DJs, I have to say like best. Like how you want me to criticize that way, or
No,
what's
no,
the
just
what?
someone you like. I mean, your favorite Indian and international. So you've said international DJs. Your
Yeah.
favorite
So
Indian DJ.
I would say I have to say there are a few. So one is definitely Manny. Manny is the guy from Chennai, my partner for Blank.
Blank.
Second, Sanjay Datta. Sanjay Datta is actually has been surprisingly brilliant from because I was like no from this is like when Supersonic was Sunburn. He did a vinyl set when we were opening for Dave Seaman,
Right.
and I think he played after Dave or something like that, and he played an all vinyl set, which was awesome. And then I
Right.
see this is during Goa only, and then I see him in the Park Hotel where he's playing amazing, total off set, like it's nothing to do with that. So that way he's
He
surprised.
surprises you with his
Yeah,
music. You
do
know.
you
So
know how I met Sanjay Datta? I met Sanjay in the competition, Chennai Border DJs, sorry, South India Border DJs, where he was the judge for the first round. And he
right.
saw me
Okay.
like doing all these things, and he was like, and there's a picture of me doing stuff, and he's looking at me. Ah, kuch kar raha hai, sahi hai ye banda. So yeah, he really appreciated me. I love him, man. He's such great vibes he give, man.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well.
Indian DJs में ये वाले बंदे हैं. Scratch DJs I
Okay.
don't want to name because then there are too many DJs,
Okay.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
Right.
in India scratching is still okay. So this is what I feel. Sorry to elaborate this, but a lot of DJs think that I feel what they are thinking now is what I used to think, and I'm thankful to be part of all the bands which told me that scratching is not the focus. The music is the focus. So
Correct.
you have to like kind of mellow it down. I think that is
Yeah.
something, the balance that people have not really been able to make, because they're still using scratching as a showcase or a show off thing. They
Right.
should use it as like a vocalist singing, because a vocalist when he's singing, he's doing the other stuffs are also getting
Right.
like showcase, right? So yeah.
Right. Right. That was the end of the question
Cheers.
answer rounds.
But yeah, it's
Coming
okay.
coming back to our last segment of the questions. Tell us about the proudest moment of your journey.
Uh, I don't know if it is proudest, whatever, but when I won the number 3 in the world,
Right.
uh, I lost my phone. This has happened to me so many times, man. Fucking. I went to Berlin with for native instruments. I came back in मैं बीच में वो किसी ने बर्लिन से चोरी कर लिया यार, बर्लिन में चोर. I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, phones are getting stolen in Berlin.
Of course, people
So,
in Paris also steal. So
yeah,
it's I mean Paris is known
I
for
did
stealing. So
I did not know. So Yeah, my phone gets stolen. This is during Poland to Vienna. In Vienna, my phone got stolen.
Is that what you
Huh?
call proudest moment, where you lost your phone and you won
No, I'm telling you this.
some of the
I
title?
lost my phone. I lost my phone. I had no clue what's happening. But thankfully, the airline has Wi-Fi. So I was speaking to people on my laptop via Wi-Fi. And when I stepped out of the airport, so all my DJ friends and they were like dhol wol aake, they were like full power. They're like dun, 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 dhol baj raha hai, like because I've won a world championship. So they were like, yo, blah blah, and they're like, I had like this much garlands, like they give me like all this mala. So I had
Where
like
was you, India? When you came back to
Delhi,
India?
Delhi, Delhi airport, man. Delhi international airport. Delhi international airport में ढोल बज रहा है full power, दो ढोल वाले लेके आ रखे हैं वो. I'm like, oh, and they're dancing, and I'm like, dude, what's up? And it's like just the message I got in the flight was, he step out from the third gate. I stepped out of the
Right.
gate, and where I had that IDA ka poster and full
Ah,
power ढोल वोल बज रहा है. And I'm like, bro, this is like, and they're like, at that time, Aam Aadmi Party was getting in the scene. So they're
right.
like, sir, को politician वोशियन आया क्या? Like the politician नहीं आया. And these
Okay.
guys didn't stop there. These guys
Mm.
like went like, sir, चलो गाड़ी में चलते हैं. And then गाड़ी में लेके they went to my house, like the colony, and when we entered the colony, we parked the parked the car in the parking, and फिर दोबारा they're like full road पे जाके, and we're walking like someone has done like some big thing. So like in the colony, I'm walking like this, and I'm so embarrassed, but I think that's good. And they were like, all this thing happening, and people were again, they were like, "Ye koi, like someone's promoting Aam Aadmi Party or what?" I'm like, "No, man, there's no promotion like that."
Okay.
But yeah,
Uh,
maybe
Anything
that's the
new you are working on? Like we spoke about your project, about the whole
yeah.
competition.
I'm doing
Anything
photo.
new about your own project that you're working on? Any music or
Yeah,
anything?
so there's a lot of new music coming in, man. Like,
Yeah.
so recently, Vibe came, a track of mine with the Suvi. Before that, I did a Bangla rap, which is Change Hobe Puro Scene.
So that's in the past. What about the new one that you plan to
So there is
release?
a track with Stretch, who's the MC for Tomorrowland. I've
Okay.
already done a track with him called Caveman. That's already done. So it's a new track coming called Wildlife. That's coming in. A, a very good track is about to be out, which I cannot talk about right now. It's
Okay.
a it, it's supposed to be a
And
good
when are you
collaboration.
when are you releasing the track? So our
Within three
viewers
months,
can
there will be
so our
three or
viewers
four.
can be ready with to
What?
listen and download. So our viewers can know about your release date if you have anything.
So if you guys wanna, so this is, I just wanna put this out. If you wanna download any of my music, just go to Bandcamp. Everything is to download for free. So Bandcamp is the, maybe you can put it on the comments or something. I'll give you the link. So
Sure.
yeah, just download that, or just go to my Instagram page. You can click on the link in bio there. Everything is there.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of new music coming.
Okay. Tell us about for the new generation of DJs. How do you tell us how to prepare for their gigs online and stuff? Nowadays that we have online era,
Have
a lot
good
of DJs are facing a lot of problems with limited
two
resources, or.
two things.
So,
Yeah,
what do
one
you
is
suggest?
good audio, good video. But good audio should be your priority. Good video is okay. You can always get away with like this thing. So good audio is by using a sound card. You can. There are multiple options. I have like a lot of them. Uh, right now, I cannot see.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, but
And
there's an iRig. I have an iRig. I have the Focusrite, my native instrument. There is a lot of stuff. I have a
any
lot of gear.
technical advice and social media, how to use social media? Any advice on that?
Uh, be original, and it should be like SST, Sasta Sundar Tikau.
How do you reckon we do that? Tell us that.
Uh, so let's say this is not a great background, but this is decent enough background. So
Right.
think in that, like I don't like
Perspective.
this area, but it's in a hurry. So I would like, let's say I would cover it with a black cloth, you know.
Right.
So clean areas would make more sense. So
Right.
have a background, less busy in the back, so that they can focus on you more.
Correct.
And let's say this is the subject, so focus on the subject. So this area is the subject. So for
Right.
a video thingy, this area should be kind of the focus of attention. So everything else in the background should be minimalistic. Just basic aesthetics, and that's what kind of makes everything look good.
Tell us something. Have you ever dealt with performance anxiety?
Uh, I I kind of I feel like the first track is the issue. I think first or second track, and
And then
then
you're in the
it's
flow. Then once you're
yeah.
in the flow, you're like
So
lost.
whenever I'm playing, also I know what I'm starting with, and I know what I might end with. That's it, and that's
And
the
in
most
between, there's
that
absolutely no idea. Do you
I
make
have
sets
no
before
fucking
whenever you go for your gigs?
no.
Do you
But
make sets?
I organize playlists. As in, um, I organize playlists. I don't make sets, but I have a playlist. So,
You
for
have a
example,
playlist where you can just pick and choose whatever you think
yeah.
would probably go
So
with the
the idea
crowd.
is, a good DJ would be able to pick up whatever he want, um, like this, right? For example, let's say I'm
Right.
playing Nelly Ka Ride With Me. If you want to go and take a ride with me, blah 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 blah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then let's say I want to mix a Return of the Mac with that, pretty much the
Right.
same BPM, right?
Right.
Not same, but yeah, whatever. They kind of might work together.
Yeah.
So that Return of the Mac will come in my head automatically. But
Right.
there are
Right.
times that for people, there are times when that will not come in front of that will not come to people's head. So a playlist is a tool to help you recall that.
Correct.
Oh
Correct.
shit, there is Return of the Mac. There is
But you do agree that
what
it's
else?
very important to know your music before you know getting
Yeah,
out there for your gigs. I mean, it's very
yeah,
important
yeah,
to know
very very
know what
important.
you're going to do there. It's not important to make up a set, but it's very important to know what you might
Okay, so
play.
I'll tell you two scenarios. So I have played in all the festivals in the country. Like, I think so. I've played in all the festivals in the country, and
Right.
if I'm playing a festival set, I would uh, I would go kind of planned, because in festival I don't want to think. I want to do,
Correct. Correct.
right.
Correct.
So
Correct.
if that's the scenario, then a playlist is a big help, because
Right.
then you're. But there also you should have some kind of escape route.
Right.
Get it? Because you don't know how the thing's gonna go. So maybe have two or three playlists planned. You know, that's a good
So in
idea.
case one doesn't go very well with your crowd, then you can always choose another one and
So this is what
switch.
I'm saying. I feel every track works. Okay,
Correct.
it's just that you have to drop it the right time.
Right.
So what you do is, you're gonna drop Return of the Mac, right? So if I know I'm gonna drop this song because this is my key song, this is a song that I want to showcase,
Right.
I have to make sure that our upar ka aur niche ka is all sorted. So
Right.
say
Right.
I'm starting from the beginning, and the tracks in between are not really working. This is not working, but I still have to go
Right.
here. So I should have something really niche, which is like after the set completes, which can,
Bounce
compensate.
back. Correct.
Yeah. So basically,
Correct.
which can
Correct.
be here, and then you can
Right.
basically go up and down, whatever. I've done that a lot of times, where I go with like a playlist which I'm gonna play like in a festival also, and yeah, I think I'm known for that. मेरे सेट में हमेशा बंद होता है म्यूजिक. This is like Supersonic 2019, 2020, सब में बंद हुआ है. It's like because of some or the other bullshit technical fault. Like
So
first time it
basically, you're
was
one of those artists who knows something might just go wrong. Have your backup plan ready.
yeah. So always have. So for example, if I'm playing on a DVS system, so if I'm like, cause I play on turntables, so it's a DVS system, right? So DVS system अगर आप play कर रहे हो, तो make sure you have a CDJ ready, which has got some kind of emergency tracks with you. So just in case ये बंद होता है. मेरे में क्या हुआ था कि my laptop overheated because of the sun falling on it directly, and during
Okay.
sound check it'll not have this will not happen, right? Because sound check
Right.
is short, right?
Correct. Correct.
Sound check happens in the morning. set is in the afternoon or in the evening. At that time, the sun is at peak. So for these things, you should always have backup like CDJs. So be prepared. Like two ways. One is where you're prepared with the set. Second is you're prepared with the gear. And also make sure you know your gear in and out. Agar problem hai, like for example, I know, mera laptop is like jerking. What is the reason? Now, if the software is like kind of doing this, that means there is too much load on the CPU. Now, at that time, my head starts running. Why is there load? Now, I will see, is my charger plugged in? Is my hard disk the right hard disk? Is my song is on the right place? Right? And is my Wi-Fi on or not? So all the things that can make this thing happen, I would switch them off. Troubleshooting, on the spot troubleshooting. And then I will check the temperature. Is the laptop getting really hot? If the laptop is getting really hot, then I cannot do anything about it. तब तो उसको ठंडा करना पड़ेगा.
Correct.
ठंडा करना पड़ने के लिए क्या करें? पंखा लगाओ. पंखा नहीं लग रहा तो बंद करो भैया. सीधी से चलाओ.
Okay. The last bit of our question. Well, if you want to talk about your competition, you can tell our audience about it.
My competition is it's called Fader Fighters Battle Championship. It's going to happen very soon. In September. I cannot really say too much about it, but it's a competition for like-minded people. First of all, it's going to have a beat battle. It's going to have a scratch battle. It's going to have a DJ battle. If you're a guy who plays on this, and if you're a guy who plays on this, doesn't really matter. If you can deliver a set. So in my competition, I want to make sure that whatever comes out is what is you are judged for. If you are doing a scratch and you're doing a great scratch, but your set overall is shit, you are shit. Simple. Like it's not your skills only matter if you're able to, and if there is a guy who's and he's done a great blend and done so if you're taking part in a competition, make sure you highlight your pros, you highlight your plus, and there's no need. A lot of people have this notion that scratching करने से जीत जाएंगे. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, and I wanna make it very clear. Scratching करने से कोई जीतता नहीं है. In fact, scratching if done wrong it gives you minus points.
Correct.
Like for example, if you want to do like okay, I'll give you a small demo. This is if you are a DJ, okay, and this is for anyone. I'll just put a beat also. So now this is a regular beat going on, okay, and right now you can either do that, right? So now this, if you cannot do, don't do this. Because that's bullshit, right? Because that's not on time. But if you really want to showcase, this is what's very important. What you can do is this. You see the difference?
Correct.
So that's what I'm saying. Don't be like because that's not a game.
Just because, right.
So the flow is something that matters, and that's what I want to kind of tell people also.
And when would this competition be held? I mean, if you want people to take part in it.
Initially, it's an online competition. We give you'll be able to send in your entries. I'm going to announce it like in a week's time. So there is a place where you send in your entries. You get judged, bro. The best part is the finals, because they're going to be head-to-head battles, and this has never been done in India. So these are going to be head-to-head battles. So say Donna and Skip are two finalists, right? What's going to happen is Donna gives 90 seconds of her performance. Then I reply with the 90-second performance. Then Donna gives a 90-second reply to me, and then I reply
And then
90
you go
seconds
back again. Oh, wow. Wow.
later. 4 rounds. So that's gonna be awesome, man. Like, and the best part is anybody can enter. Like how I said, you can just do a rhythmic baby scratch. You have the chance to win. You know. So
Guys, just look out for this competition and take
it's called the
part.
Freedom
And
Fighters DJ Championship, FFC.
look out for his for the link on his bio and
Yeah,
Instagram and his Facebook.
coming out. Actually, this will be an exclusive for Louvre because it's not. This is not information is not out anywhere. So
Oh, excellent.
you-
Wow. Wow.
yeah. So uh, when this comes out, I'll probably put it out again.
The Donna Show does give out exclusives as well, right?
Yeah, this is a Donna Show exclusive. Possible.
Okay. All right, Skip, thank you so much for being with us. It was a good
Thank
interview.
you, Donna, for having me for the show. And I'm gonna close this show because Donna does not know how to close the show, and this is how you close the show.
DJ Skip.
Peace out.
All right, guys, that was DJ Skip. And we have another big name coming up next week. But for now, this is DJ Donna, your host, signing off. And see you guys next week once again.